So 1 month ago, we made the bold decision to pack up our van and embark on the biggest adventure of our lives this far, moving into it full time. Leaving Sweden behind, we set out on a journey across Europe, driven by the dream to experience life in a different way. This video is another story from a life on the road, and this time told in the beautiful France. Do you want to come along?
But I just can't walk away, just can't walk away. Oh, 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 oh. I'll go chasing rainbows, near or far. I'll color your world. Ooh. Someday I will find you, shooting star. You belong in my hand, in my hand. Would I be the same without you, without you? The sky won't ever change without you, without you. In my head there are mountains, endless sunsets, rivers and streams in my dreams. Blue skies, I see your eyes. Where, oh where, wherever you are, you're with me. Would I be the same without you, without you? The sky won't ever change without you, without you. I'll go chasing. I'll go chasing.
So this has been my mornings for the last couple of days, just walking, running through these vineyards, soaking all the beauty in. And I will not again underestimate the power of Google Maps and to just filter for attractions or sites. Like usually we do quite the opposite and tend to avoid places with too much people or tourism. But then I was also thinking, like, what if we miss out on a lot of beautiful spots? So voila, here we are, and this place is absolutely gorgeous. It's huge. It's so many beautiful vineyards around here, And I don't know if it's due to the low season, but so far I have only seen us and the people who are working in the fields. So it's a really nice and calm vibe. I just love to be here.
I gripped tight to the mansion banister, drunker than a forest fire on a lonely Father's Day. We can be bad and good together. We can love each other loud. I'm lighter than a feather. I'll hardly make a sound. And I'll go with you even if it's down. Listen to the words I say. Only watch what I do, and you will know me well. Wise up. This is a fight to the death, and none of us will leave alive. So we might as well be brave.
Okay, so yesterday we found like the prettiest little town I have probably ever seen. We didn't stay because we were in the midst of doing errands, groceries, laundries and whatnot. But anyhow, we're going back tonight, and when we were there I saw this man. He was just sitting in this beautiful place, just relaxing. He was reading a book. And I got so inspired, so I asked Babe if we couldn't, like, you know, do the same, just bring a book, sit down on a nice place, maybe have a drink and just relax to read a little. So that is what we are going to do, and I am so stoked about that. So excited for some small town vibing in a second. I wonder what we are going to eat. Crepes or the burger? What do you think? Ja, vi får se då. Vad ska du ha på? Home. I have thought about it quite a bit lately. Where is home when you live your life on the road? Some might say it's our van, given that it's the closest thing we have to what one would typically call a home, I guess. And I love our tiny nest on wheels. I feel comfy, safe, and proud that we built her all by ourselves. Or, honestly, mostly Babe built her by himself, but you get my point. But even though our van carries pretty much everything we own these days, I would dare to say home is something else. Home is when you arrive at a new place that you know nothing about, and yet you have this profound feeling that you have walked the streets many times before. It's when even your nervous system agrees in resonance and you completely exhale. It's when you have spent no more than a day somewhere, but you've almost forgotten that you actually lived a different life for years before you even got there. It's when it takes merely hours to adapt to the energy, the lifestyle, the people, and it takes you merely seconds to paint a picture in your mind of how your day-to-day life would look like living there. Because you feel like you already have. We have stayed at so many beautiful locations during this trip, but this coastal village was really something else. My favorite Swedish holiday, midsummer, is coming up, and therefore we will continue our journey south because we have something special planned in advance. Finding this pearl, though, serves as a good reminder, at least for us, not to plan too much ahead while living this lifestyle, because you never know when you will find a piece of home. And when you do, you don't want to be in a rush to leave. We had one more stop planned towards our final destination for midsummer, the tallest dune in Europe, Dune De Pilat. This dune of sand was formed by natural forces for over thousands of years. Sand from the Atlantic Ocean was carried by the wind and piled up along the coast. Over time, these sand deposits grew into the large dune that we see today. And just like any wonders of nature, the dune is still constantly changing as the wind and tides continues to move the sand. I may confess that I thought this place might be some overrated tourist trap, but we were both blown away by the beauty up here. It felt like suddenly arrive into the middle of the desert, and we had so much fun being creative and just capturing this magical place for the entire night.
Something we really want to do during this trip is to truly dwell into being creative, to grow and to actually make time for trial and error so that we can become better filmmakers, better storytellers, and just really being able to let the ideas in our minds express themselves fully. And speaking of creativity, I also really do believe that is something so fundamental to us as human beings, and not at all a word reserved for filmmakers, artists, painters, or writers. I mean, the word creative itself stems from the Latin word creator, which literally means to bring into its existence. And isn't that exactly what we all are trying to do? To bring our dreams into its existence. So in that sense, we are all the same creative beings. It's just our dreams which causes our expression that differs. What I do think from experience though is that to have full access to our creativity, we need to be in some state of calmness, and that stress really can be a cloud and fog the mind. I don't know, but living with stress for years, which is so common these days, maybe that's when we stop calling ourselves creative, even though we were all born as such, regardless of our work title. I did get the question a while back if we don't feel that we miss out on much making these films while we travel. But I really do feel it's the opposite. It makes us see, like really see, everything. The little details that may would have gone lost if we didn't pay attention to the entire scene. Where the sun is casting its light, which direction the wind blows, and where there's beauty, hidden from our bodily eyes, but seen through the lens. It makes us take in our time and to absolutely merge with a place, even though we so easily can go to next. I think that's one of the both curses and blessings with living in a van. You always have the opportunity to constantly be chasing something better, something more beautiful, something new. But when we get lost in making these films and enter the flow of creativity, time stops. And to us, in that present moment of time not passing by, that's when the beauty from a place really reveals itself. And we get the opportunity to bring our dreams into its existence. I guess what I want to just end this video with today is that if you feel the urge to bring more creativity into your life, go for it. I mean, I guess that's the whole point of us all being here. To be all that we can be. Express yourself fully, and above all, make sure to little by little and every day bring your dreams into its existence. And we will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. You're the best. Bye.